So how you do that is when you look at, let's say if there are 100 people in a room, so let's say 4 rows, you pick one person in one row, look at them, that entire row will feel you're looking at them also. Then you go to this side, you look at one person in that row, that entire row will actually feel you're looking at them. It is true.
Eye contact is a part of body language.
Yes.
But tell me, how do you use eye contact as a tool, specifically when you don't have to look at one person
Yep.
and there's like 1,000 people in the audience? And then in normal interpersonal communication, how to make eye contact as an effective communication tool?
So see, again, I have references from my meditation and my hypnotherapy and everything, which I can also give to your viewers. Those are very, very handy advices. But for a lay person who does not know anything about this, initially when you start, you're very nervous, and we understand that. So one has to empathize with that. So when you just start giving your public speaking appearances and deliveries, at that point in time, my father also used to say that just look at a friendly face if you find one, and if not, just look at the back of the room. So you basically don't look at anybody, and you look at the back of the room. So they feel you're looking at them, but you're actually not looking at them. So you blurred them, right?
Okay.
So when you're nervous, so initially when I started debating, etc., I also used to blur my audience. Now that I have gained the confidence from competence, I have now begun to look at people into their eyes. And so how you do that is when you look at, let's say if there are 100 people in a room, so there are let's say 4 rows, you pick one person in one row, look at them, that entire row will feel you're looking at them also. Then you go to this side, you look at one person in that row, that entire row will actually feel you're looking at them. It is true. And then when you become more confident, I can look at everybody. I mean, I don't scan my audience anymore. Like, I don't scan as in, I don't like just scan with my eyes. More than scanning, I actually try to give attention to everybody. I sometimes even remember what they were wearing from stage.
That much, huh?
Yeah. So, and in interpersonal conversations, of course, it's very important to look into the eye. It also has a very hypnotic effect. You become influential when you look into people's eyes and talk. They actually start to listen to you more intently.
That makes sense.
And that comes from a lot of techniques in hypnotherapy. So
You're doing a course on it, right?
yes, I'm doing a course on it right now to become a certified hypnotherapist very shortly.
Yes, free.
Of course.
So now I want you to tell me a story about one of a screw up,
Oh, I have so many.
like a particularly funny one, so that people who have screwed up and they just feel like that trauma won't let them get back on stage.
Yeah.
They can be like, yeah, mine wasn't that bad.
Yeah. So again, the remarks that I get on my performance now after having attained so much experience is that even when Aishwarya says something wrong, then she's like, matter of fact, she just starts talking again, and it seems like, oh, that was not an error. It's the way you talk also, na? Like if you take it so seriously on your head that, oh shit, I made a mistake, right?
Yeah, your body language is
Your
language,
body
your face.
Your body language shrinks, your face has sweat on it, more sweat on it, and everything. So when you become easy with that, like, okay, fine, I made a mistake. I said IIT other than triple IT. I was supposed to say triple IT, but I said IIT. Big deal. Sorry, ladies and gentlemen, that was actually triple IT. So it's the way you say it, right? The way you say it, you carry them forward. It's okay, it happened, a glitch happened, but I corrected it. But correcting it is important. Sometimes what people do is they make a mistake, but they don't correct it.
But that's a very small screw up. Do you have a bigger one?
I mean, not a screw up, to be honest. Like, see, honestly, screw ups haven't happened because I go so prepared. But there are.
Even in the beginning, like the
Even
first
in the
20 or
beginning,
30 shows.
Yeah, I've never, like, I'll tell you about screw ups. Screw ups are like, and this is when I had gone to save face of the organizers. This was a hotel very close to my house. I was living in Jangpura Extension then. And at that point in time at Taj Man Singh, now it's called Taj Mahal, there was an event happening for the power ministry. And the event managers just called me frantically saying that, Aishwarya, can you just wear any suit and come and save this event? Because what had happened was, with all due respect, the MC had erred so much that the minister had come late. So
Erred?
Erred, E-R-R-E-D.
What's that?
Made a mistake.
Oh,
Erred.
okay.
So I had made a mistake that she just looked it the minister. He'd come late, so maybe that was playing in her mind. Instead of taking his name, Mr. So and so, she called him the late Mr. So and so. Those are screw ups. I believe those. That is very mean of you to laugh like that. Very mean. I'm not so judgmental at all. Huh? You're very, very judgmental. You need a
That's
class in
funny.
spirituality.
That's funny. Calling someone who's late just late with a period.
Yeah. So those are screw ups. Those in my vocabulary are screw ups, actual screw ups, right? Where you can do nothing about it. And after that, the MC became so nervous that she was unable to carry the show on, right? So that then they needed a replacement. And that is when I went to save the event, right? But that doesn't happen every time. Now, with me, those kind of errors luckily have not happened where I've taken a name wrong. I'm very good with it. I was the G20 MC, like you said. I spoke 16 languages also for the AI avatar of mine at Bharat Mandapam, where all the presidents and prime ministers of the G20 countries were looking at me and I was talking to them in their particular languages. So I know how to pronounce their names. I know how to, I work on them. It's not like I know. I go there and do a lot of hard work. I go talk to them, rattle their brains, talk to their secretaries or whatever, take it down in Hindi, you know. So I make sure that it's perfect and I make it like I pronounce it to them so many times so that they are comfortable that yes, absolutely correct. Then that is when I am satisfied. So one is that you work hard and go, so you will not screw up, right? But what happens at events is there are many things that can fail. So I'll tell you an example of the photography show I was hosting. This was a very prestigious smart photography awards, and the final award of the evening was this most prestigious award of the evening, the camera of the year.
Ooh.
Okay.
Which
Now-
one? Kisko mila?
Now I don't remember. So like I said, I'm dyslexic and I have a very bad memory. I only remember what I did last month.
I love cameras, clearly.
But this was like, I'll tell you the year though. This was probably 2011 or 12.
Oh.
So there were auditors. The auditors were Mazars, the team from Mazars who had audited and made the results and all that. So the auditors, Mazars representative was carrying this envelope of the most prestigious award, the Camera of the Year award. That envelope was with him. And he stepped out to take a call. And he didn't really envisage this award coming or being announced so quickly. So he was happily taking his call outside. And here I have announced the award. And I have invited the auditor's Mazars person, whoever he was, Mr. XYZ, to come on stage and reveal the winner. This is the most prestigious award of the evening we're talking about. The Canon CEO is sitting there, the Sony CEO, everybody, all the biggies of the photography industry are sitting. The big photographers, the biggest names you may count are all sitting there. And it's not there. What does the MC do in that situation, right? So I, of course, go prepared with stories, anecdotes, and stuff that you can use when such situations happen. So I said, all right, ladies and gentlemen, since we're going to find the auditor's Mazars, Mr. XYZ, we'll just give him a call. Let me tell you a story. Now, let me tell you a story is a line which always works for all public speakers.
It's a hook.
It excites curiosity again. Like, people get, there's nothing like when you touch on those strings of curiosity, the audience, they're suddenly listening to you. What? So like, let me tell you a story. So I just took some random names that at that point in time came to my mind. I said, Mary and Cherry were walking through the jungle. And on their way, they came across a talking frog. And Mary got very fascinated. The frog said to the ladies that if you kiss me, I will get transformed into a very rich, handsome photographer. Okay. So Mary got very excited. She's like, wow.
You're tailoring the story to them as well.
Yeah. So Mary got very excited and she said to Cherry that, Cherry, kiss the frog. It'll transform into this rich, handsome, photographer. What else do you need? So Cherry here is a very smart lady. So she picks up the frog and puts the frog in her purse. So Mary is disheartened. Mary's like, if you don't want to kiss the frog, let me kiss the frog. What is wrong with you? And then here comes Cherry's quick-witted reply. She's like, in these recessive times, a talking frog is worth much more than a good photographer. She picks up the frog and all the photographers are laughing at themselves and it's such a good joke. And by the time auditor's Mazars has been found and he comes in. So you've got to be prepared with such stories. You have to have some anecdotes, something smart that you can say, something or the other that you can do, You can't do the same in government events. Obviously, I can't tell the government a Mary Cherry story, right? So there, I research on the topic.
In this
So
time of
let's-
recession, we don't need an IAS, AIS.
Yeah, they will.
Yes,
They'll,
IAS.
yeah, so their egos you can't offend, right?
Yeah.
So there you do something else. You research on the topic at hand. Let's say if it's new and renewable energy, if it's solar energy, you study on solar energy, you make some facts about it, and then you start talking about that. You take out the extra. I always carry an extra sheet.
Hmm.
It's written on this is my main script and this is extras. I always carry these extras. So I have a bundle of extras. Pull it out, start talking from there.
So instead of using filler words, you have filler material.
Always take filler material with you. In public speaking situations as an anchor, as a presenter, very important. Or if you have a good memory, then just work on it, like read it and go. If you can, like the Mary Cherry story struck with me and I have used it at many other events and many other, just change the photographer to something else.
Hmm.
Those kind of stories you should have up your sleeve.